a new geocaching podcast, some information on an upcoming geocaching event, and video footage of a first-to-find attempt. All this, plus a little bit of puzzle work on this episode of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. Hi there, and welcome to Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. I'm Icenrye, thanks for watching. If you're new to the show, welcome to the family. Essentially what this is me and a video camera. I go out geocaching, film it, throw it together with a few hints, tips, and tricks, upload it to the internet so you can download and watch at your own leisure. If you're a regular viewer, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate your viewership. So, what's new? You remember episode 17 when I was holding a little puppy I referred to as Orange Girl? Well, turns out she is the one that came home with me. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Snowfire's Rye on Ice, better known as Roxy. This is my new little girl, and she's settled into the house quite nicely already. As a matter of fact, she's already terrorizing Abel quite often. And if you go to my website at Icenrye.com, you'll actually see a little video I threw together, and the kids out playing in the backyard, and got a bit of a UFC theme to it, so if you're a fan of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, you'll understand what the video goes. I'd like to send a special shout out to all the folks and the staff at WestJet for making our flight home an extremely enjoyable experience. Fortunately, Roxy was small enough to fit into a Sherpa bag, and I was able to bring her on board the airplane and keep her underneath the seat, where she got to meet hundreds of people in the airport, and everybody on the airplane got a chance to see her, and we even got a tour of the cabin of a 737. But anyways, I gotta put little Roxy down here pretty quick because she's getting a little squirmy, and I got a show to do. So, that's enough of the chatter for now. Let's get on with some geocaching news. Geocaching news. Well, it's been a bit of a slow news month on the geocaching scene, so this month I'm going to feature some upcoming events. Now, the first event I want to mention is by regular viewer and contributor Daryl W4, and he's about to introduce a brand new podcast that's going to be called Cache-a-Maniacs. And on January 1st, 2007, he'll be having the official Cache-a-Maniacs launch event. Cache-a-Maniacs is a series of interviews as either audio or video. These interviews would feature cachers and others involved in geocaching from novice to advanced. The first episode, as I mentioned, is scheduled for January 1st. And you can reach his website at Cache-a-Maniacs.com. Daryl, I've heard your theme song. It's really great, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of your future episodes. And if you're in the Detroit area, make sure you make it out to the Cache-a-Maniacs launch party on January 1st, 2007. So New Year's Eve is always a popular party time for folks, and why should it not be for geocachers? New Year's Eve, a great time for some geocaching events. If you go to the geocaching.com website and look them up, you'll find that there are numerous events planned for all over the world. There are events in Finland, Switzerland, and Ohio, and there's a gentleman named Ice Cream Man who has a series of flash mob events scheduled for Florida, and they look like they're going to be a lot of fun. And then once you wake up the next day, New Year's Day, well, guess what? There's more events planned throughout the planet. There are numerous events in Europe, including Germany and Sweden and the United Kingdom. And there's also an event right here in my home country of Canada in the province of Ontario. So if you want to find out any more information on any of these geocaching events, just go to geocaching.com, and right on the front page near the bottom, you'll see a little link for geocaching events. Check them out. If there's one in your area, go, enjoy, have fun. And now, let's get on with some viewers' mail. Viewers mail. I always enjoy hearing from you guys. Matter of fact, if you'd like to send me something, two ways you can do it. One, from the website, Icenrye.com. Click on the contact link, and that'll take you to a form you can fill out, and I'll get the message. Or just email me at geoicenrye@icenrye.com. So this month, first we hear from Pocket Pups, and she writes, I've been working on this travel bug concept for a few months and finally got it together. This is my way of saying I enjoy the show. My new travel bug is Abel the Border Collie. I'm sending it back home to you with a mission to be placed in one of your caches. I'm going to launch him by Christmas. I may put him in my cache at Cone in North Carolina called Grant Mountain Road, or my Fido Cache #1 located in Michigan. Well, it'll be fun to see what people log about him. Have fun. Pocket Pups. So thanks, Pocket Pups, for that wonderful travel bug. And if anybody out there watching the show happens to stumble upon that bug, please help Abel make his way back home to the Central Interior here in British Columbia. I'd love to see him again. Well, actually, the real Abel is just over there in the van, but I'd love to meet Abel, the travel bug. So next, we hear from Nick, and he writes, Hi, I just wanted to drop you an email to say you have a really cool show. I'm new to geocaching, having started about a month ago, and wish I had started much earlier in the year after finding out about it, as I think the cold weather may slow our finds down a bit. My 7-year-old son and I have made a few trips out so far, finding 11 caches to date. He loves it and wishes we could do it every day. Keep up the good work, and I'll keep watching. Nick. Well, Nick, thanks for writing. Welcome to the sport, and what a great way to spend time with your son. It's so much fun. Geocaching, great family experience. The whole family can get out, and when the children find the caches, it's like an Easter egg hunt, 12 months a year. Well, that empties the mailbag. Let's get on with some Frapper Map shoutouts. Frapper Map shoutouts. For those of you who still don't know, Frapper Maps is essentially a virtual wall map. You remember we all had these when we were kids. We put up a map and stick in little pins of places either we wanted to go or places we've been. In this case, the Frapper Map is a wall map of people who watch the show. Now, if you'd like to be listed in a Frapper Map shoutout, it's real easy. Simply go to my website, Icenrye.com, click on the Frapper Map link, and add yourself to my Frapper Map. And to get a shout out, just upload a little picture of yourself. The bigger, the better, because we like to see what you look like. Anyways, this month, the shout outs go to Arby's Oven Mitt, Oli Runs, Fred and Kathy McFall, and Matthew Ryan. So again, folks, thanks for signing up on my Frapper Map. And again, if you want to join, just go to my website, Icenrye.com, and look for the Frapper Map icon. Well, that about wraps it up for the preliminaries. Let's get on with the main events. This month, we have 3 special features for you, so let's not waste any more time. Let's roll right into them. Our first segment this month is MOGA 2007. MOGA 2007 is the Midwest Open Geocaching Adventure. The 4th annual Midwest Open Geocaching Adventure will be held at Mark Twain Lake, Monroe City, Missouri on March 23rd to 25th, 2007. This event will feature over 60 permanent caches placed in a terrific recreational area on the lake. What you're about to see is a little promotional video put together by regular viewer and contributor Paul Konopacki. And it's a great entertaining piece, and I tell you folks, if I could find some way getting to Missouri, I'll be there. So let's roll the video, sit back, and enjoy.
It's MOGA time! Hi, it's Mike Griffin, also known as Bronny Bear, inviting you out to MOGA 2007. This year's event will be held at Mark Twain Lake. It will be held at the Indian Creek Recreation Area, which is just south of Monroe City, Missouri. This year's event will feature over 60 permanent caches. Of course, you don't have to compete in one of our competitions in order to hunt the caches, so I invite you to come out for a beautiful weekend of food, fun, fellowship, and of course caching. Our website is www.mogageo.com. I welcome you to go out and browse our shop, sign up. You can register off the website, you can print our forms and stuff. You can look at some of the pictures of the area that we've taken and get all the information that's up to date off of our website. This year, our website offers things such as collector coins, lanyards, and other valuable things that you can order separately outside of what you'll get in your packet. One of the good things about our event this year is we have sponsorship from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, St. Louis District. Mark Twain Engineers have not only provided us a beautiful area to lay the event out at, but they've also provided us with some half-price camping. Their campsites are very nice, and they will have electricity, and the shower houses will be running. However, in order to get one of these campsites, you need to make your reservation. Please call 573-735-4097. Seeing that where the event is taking place is kind of remotely removed from mainstream fast food, it would probably be best either you pack in your own food or you order from our website, where we have a great selection of everything from breakfast through dinner for the entire event. The meals will be prepared this year by the same people who prepared them last year, a Boy Scout troop from the local St. Louis area. MOGA originally started as a geocaching competition. Now in our 4th year, we continue that with 3 types of competitions this year. We have the singles course, which will be individuals out hunting as many caches as they can in a 3-hour time period. We also have a couples course in which a couple can go out and compete against other couples caching together. The last competition that we have is the 4-person team competition. This is by far our most competitive competition. They'll break up, each have their own GPS, and their object is the same, to find as many caches as they can in a 3-hour time period. Of course, competitions aren't the only thing that MOGA is all about. It's also about the food and the fellowship and the fun, and of course the cache hunting. If you're just a casual cache hunter and don't want to compete, that's fine. Come on out for the weekend. We've got plenty of caches for you to hunt. Lots of things to do, plus kids courses that we'll have. And we'll also have a special movie night as well. The important thing is we need a waiver from every person who's going to attend. Even if they don't pay for a registration and they're just tagging along like your spouse or kids, we still need a waiver. So make sure you fill those out and you get those mailed in. You can also fax them, and the fax number that you can send them to is area code 636-246-0091. I look forward to seeing you at MOGA.
So next we travel from Missouri to Oregon and meet up with regular viewer and contributor Pablo Mac, where right after the Lebanon Pizza Cache Bash, a few cachers went out for the first to find attempt on Standard Disclaimer. Pablo Mac arrived on the scene shortly thereafter and the hunt began, and he videotaped the entire event. This is a video link that Pablo sent me, and it's absolutely wonderful. Very funny, great to watch. The whole video is available on YouTube. I'll have links in the show notes, but for now, I'm just going to feature a little bit of it as a teaser. So ladies and gentlemen, Standard Disclaimer by Pablo Mac.
You're having more fun than we are.
They don't vote.
We tried.
I thought you'd found it. Well, you know what?
So it hasn't been found yet.
What was that?
Hasn't been found.
What was that you almost said?
Yeah.
I almost said something that would have given it to you.
Okay, well, so you could say.
What? Okay, what have you found?
Decoy.
The decoy. Oh.
Yeah, that 4.5
That was
decoy
really
over there.
quick. Excuse me. You're taking great pleasure in this.
Pop the wooden cap.
There's no pleasure. This is all professional level.
Yeah, right.
Come on, let's get out of here. This looks too tough.
Let's go find one that we can find.
What'd you find again?
This standard disclaimer: don't drink and drive. Yeah. I thought I was gonna take this cap off and find it. Is that? You got to tell me if that's geocaching or not. With that kind of thinking, or is it?
As much as we'd like it to be, it's a family-oriented activity, and so therefore no. But that does count for CITO points.
It wasn't under the whiskey bottle.
Hi, Icenrye.
Oh, I can't rebroadcast that.
You think, Paul, what do you think? Would somebody throw a cigarette pack on top of your cache?
I don't know what you're talking about. What cache in there? Yeah. They're fixated on that post. Oh, here we go. This can be edited. This can be voice-overed.
Okay. Now, did you have happy places?
Did she take course?
Did she take the cords for you? Because I'm pretty sure there's a spot over there that would be really cool.
Well, why don't you go over there and tell us what you find?
Move on to others.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, step 2626 is on to something. I'm sorry, sir, no loitering.
No.
Giving up so soon. Doggone it. Maybe I should give it away now. I feel bad. Is the crowd dispersing?
Yeah.
Well, it's been fun. Oh, man! Are you kidding me? It's been right there the whole time? What?
Oh, there's a hole in the bottom of the bottle, really?
There, yeah. Hey, I got it first to find! Woohoo! Oh, the decoy! Now put it back where you found it and find the real cache. Oh!
So, does anybody ever find a cache? Well, to find out, go visit YouTube, where you can see the entire video. Our final segment this month was actually a piece I promised you for episode 17, but was bumped out when I received the video from Daryl. Now, if you remember the last microzine, I was teasing you about an upcoming cache that wasn't quite a puzzle and wasn't quite a multi, and the owner Stormcloud wasn't exactly sure how to classify it. Well, a few people have actually emailed me and guessed what kind of cache it is, which means there's more of it out in the world. However, in the Prince George area, this is a one and only, and it's the first of its kind. And you may have seen something like this before, or you may not. So if you haven't seen something like this before, sit back and enjoy. The cache is called the Eyes Have It. And I guarantee, if you've never seen one of these before, it's a great concept. I was totally into it. Now, as of this taping, the cache has actually been disabled for the winter, but it will make its return in the spring. So if you're in the Prince George area, well, you won't have to wait a couple months. However, if there's a cache like this anywhere else that's available, go out, find it. I guarantee you like it. The Eyes Have It by Stormcloud. So here in the Prince George area, there's a local cacher named Stormcloud. And he has the habit of coming up with some incredibly creative cache hides. If you're ever in the Prince George area, make sure you check out Stormcloud's Revenge. It's very, very fun. Took me a couple tries to get it, but I like it. So the one I'm looking for today is called The Eyes Have It. And the cache description is a little vague. He says he's not sure to describe it as a puzzle cache or a multi-cache, but it's one of these you just have to find to see. So, actually I found it about a month or so ago, and I totally loved it. And I figured, you know, I got to come back and film it for you guys to see. So, it's about 100 meters away from where we're parked here inside the highway, and I guarantee you're going to love the concept behind this cache. So anyways, Abel's waiting for me. Let's get rolling. The Eyes Have It by Stormcloud. We're just meters away from the cache, and it's just located in these trees behind us. Now the cache itself is just a big Tupperware container. I'll show it to you that in a second, but the real surprise is inside. So let's not waste any more time. It's right behind me. Let's go find it. Alright, so I found the cache, and as you can see, it's just basically a huge giant Rubbermaid container. I think, oh, what's so great about that? Well, that's not the best part about the cache. The best part of the cache is inside the container. Let's take the lid off. Now, once we pull out the cache description note, standard bag of Geo swag, let's play a little fun. What's that sound? I'll give you a hint. Micro cache containers, but not one. It's a bucket full. And here's where the cache gets fun. Inside one of these lovely micro cache containers, film canisters, is the logbook. So, in order to find a logbook, you gotta look through all these. And what the owner states is just keep track of how many times it takes you, how many canisters you go through before you finally find a logbook. So, for you, my geocaching Videozine public, I'm actually going to tape me going through these things. Now, I promise I'm not going to torture you. I'll make it quick and simple. So, are you ready? Here we go.
Don't get carried away by the distance. Don't get carried away and play with your mind. Get so carried away with the fire on the distance.
Well, look at that. Boy, I really lucked out today. Only took 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. Lucky 7. Wow. And 45. Bingo! So, this is actually just your typical log. You just sign your name and date on it. And then what you do, comes the fun part. You see all these extra canisters? You put it back in any one of these canisters you like. So, we'll just take out the logbook. Now, I've already signed it because I was here the first time before. We'll just put this canister aside. Reach in. and it's going in this canister. Oh, gee, what? Can't see that? Oh, isn't that the beauty of special effects? You know me, I don't give away spoilers. So we'll simply take the log, put it back in, close it up, throw our swag back in, our note, seal up the box, and rehide it. So there you go. The eyes have it by Storm Cloud. Really cool concept, this cache. Like I said, no, we're not quite sure what to call it. Abel likes it. Anyways, let's move on. So what a great concept. Thanks Storm Cloud for that excellent cache. As a matter of fact, Storm Cloud has quite the reputation here in the Prince George area for coming up with some very, very creative and deceptive highs. If you're ever in the Prince George area, make sure you take a look at Storm Cloud's Revenge. It is one of the best caches in the Prince George area. Matter of fact, Storm Cloud has another cache called A Place of Rest that I still haven't found. Yeah, it's on my to-do list, and I'll get to it, well, next year. It's been disabled for the winter. As a matter of fact, the first checkpoint is actually under about 10 feet of snow right now. C'est la vie, life in the Great White North. Well, that about wraps it up for this episode of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. I hope you enjoyed. Now, just before I sign off, I'd just like to say a few quick words. First off, 2006 has been a wonderful year. I found a ton of caches, done a lot of videotaping, and I still have lots of caches sitting at home on tape that I have to put together and show you in future episodes. Now, unfortunately, in 2006, I did lose the Rye guy, and I still miss him to this day. However, I now have Roxy, who's actually Rye's great-granddaughter, and I see so much of Rye in her eyes. And I'm really looking forward to having a new pup in my life. And we're going to be having a lot of fun, hopefully videotaping it, and stay tuned to the website, and you can watch the girl grow. So, again, it's the end of the year. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year's, and season's greetings from wherever you are in this great planet Earth, because that's the one thing I love about podcasting. So I'm here in Prince George, British Columbia, and this show is being watched all over the world. And again, season's greetings, have a good one, and we'll see you in 2007. But in the meantime, and in between time, that's it. Another episode of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. So until the next episode, next year, cache on.